Good morning from Sofia, Bulgaria. I better get inside, everyone's looking at me. It is now our second full day in the city and we haven't really tried too much traditional food. Like yesterday for dinner, we had pizza, which is a massive letdown. So today we are going to do a little DIY food tour. There is actually food tours that you can do in the city, but a lot of them at the moment, due to the current situation, are not going ahead. So we're going to do it ourselves. We're going to head out, get some breakfast, and head to a nice restaurant for lunch, and then probably try and find something else after that as well. We'll see how far we can get. But Bulgarian food, I'm very excited to try. It has a lot of similarities to other countries around them in the Balkans, but apparently they have certain spices and flavors that make them very unique to Bulgaria. And because of the climate here, it has a lot of incredible fruit, veg and dairy products to try. So a little bit of everything. If you're a meat eater, you're gonna love it. If you love veg, you're gonna love it. But I slept too well last night. Maybe too many beers on our first night. Was it too many beers?
Yeah, I think so.
It's always too many beers, but we slept so well here at our 34 boutique hotel. If you want a place to stay in Sofia, this is the place. We're literally I reckon 10 yards. When I was hanging out the window there, I could see the main pedestrian street, everyone setting up, having their lunch, breakfast, perfect location.
So yesterday we started our morning here in Sofia by having mekitsa, which is one of the traditional breakfasts here. Today we're going to start it with another traditional breakfast called BANITSA, which is another pastry type thing, but it's got layers and it can be filled with all different kinds of things, similarly to sort of other pastries in the Balkans, and we have found a place that supposedly does one of the best here in Sofia, and it's not far from the hotel or the main pedestrian street.
I still can't get over the location of our place. 2 minutes from Vitosha Street. I think we've got to stay off this street today. This street is more your pizzerias, your burger places, your place for beer. It doesn't scream traditional restaurants, but if you want quick and easy quality food in like a modern restaurant, this is definitely the place. But we're looking for like the old school cafes, restaurants, bakeries. It's the best way to do it traditional, right?
BANITSA? BANITSA? Spinach and white cheese. BANITSA in hand.
We got there in the end.
A tiny cappuccino. We got there in the end. That was kind of crazy. I think we're pronouncing it wrong. Is it BANITSA?
I don't know. I think that's the better thing when you go to a local place. I reckon somewhere more touristy, less local, they would know exactly whatever you said. They'd be like,
it's always fun when it's a battle to find out what you're going to get. But we have two huge pieces. I think I'm going to call it a piece of BANITSA, and there is a part right here that we're going to sit and eat it in. I cannot wait. I can smell it now though. BANITSA.
Before I eat any BANITSA, that is the tiniest cappuccino I've ever seen. I can't lie. Really good cappuccino. They actually do great coffee here in Bulgaria, but this park is lovely. Again, I'm not even sure the name of this cathedral here, but it is beautiful. You stumble across them in all little streets. You just come across a huge, great, beautiful cathedral, but we've got to find a bench. Everyone is out.
There's hardly any benches. Oh, over here I think is a bench.
We found a bench. Everyone's like just taking all the space when we need to eat our BANITSA. This is not fair.
So we have a bench and we have a BANITSA. So but essentially, as I explained, it is just like a pastry, eggs, always got cheese in it. You can have loads of different fillings. Phyllo pastry, and it's layered and it's thick. Look at that, absolute thick cheese and pastry. I'm so hungry, my mouth is salivating. This one's got leeks in it, and it's so sweet.
It's sweet. I didn't expect it to be sweet.
Yeah, really sweet. I think the top of the pastry, the phyllo pastry, is like egg wash, so it makes it really sweet, crispy on the top.
I feel like this is the way a BANITSA should be eaten, on the go. You don't want to sit in a fancy restaurant and have one. Apparently as well, if you go to the fancy restaurants, it is like a rip-off. It's not very good. We've been told the best place to have it is at someone's home. We've only been to Bulgaria for 2 days. We haven't been invited to anyone's home just yet, but supposedly on New Year's Eve they put like gifts in the different layers of the pastries. It used to be like coins and stuff like that, and then recently they've been putting in like paper. Oh my god, pigeon has got my banitsa. We're putting in like paper with wishes on. I don't know how that goes, especially on New Year's Eve. If I'm drunk eating one of these, I'll definitely end up swallowing a coin.
Hopefully there's nothing in yours.
But anyway, this is the spinach one, right?
Yes.
Look at that.
Looks so good.
Let's get involved.
Wait a minute!
It's really good. The pastry is really soft. I was going to say it was similar to a barrette, but it's not really. The pastry in this is soft and it crumbles in your mouth. It's definitely a little bit sweeter. That was definitely the perfect start to this food tour, eating our banitsa in a park next to a beautiful Bulgarian cathedral. But we need to continue. It started to rain, had to go back and get a coat. We actually found a restaurant called Moma. We need a restaurant experience now, so I want a main meal, hopefully a couple of drinks. Moma? So we found a restaurant called Moma that specialises in traditional Bulgarian food. I haven't actually decided what dishes to get yet. You normally do a bit of research, looking up like the best traditional ones, but I think I might go with whatever they recommend.
We did actually want to sit outside. We're probably still going to sit outside, but it's a good job that I think the sky is starting to change.
Some weird weather. It's really warm. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to wear a coat, but it's raining.
It's not quite warm enough to not wear an actual jacket.
I mean, look at it.
It came out of nowhere, didn't it? That looks so cool.
What are the hats? Is it hats? Are they like traditional Bulgarian hats on the wall?
I'm not sure. You've got like traditional sort of like round things with like flowers. They've obviously got the Bulgarian flag outside. It just looks really cute. Got the wooden, everywhere has wooden things that are traditional, aren't they?
This is literally one road from the main pedestrian street.
Yeah, literally 200 yards from the main pedestrian street.
This place is unreal. You've got the outside terrace, which obviously you can't sit in at the moment, and the decor, everything is traditional Bulgarian. All the materials are handmade. You've obviously got the bar. As soon as you come in, you've got the downstairs just behind me where we're actually going to sit. We're going to go upstairs first and show you that before we decide what to eat.
This is the upstairs of the restaurant, and oh my god, I did not expect it to be so big. It is so homely. There is Bulgarian women in folk region dress, which is absolutely so cute. The tables aren't set up here because they've just had a massive percentage turnout, so we are sitting downstairs, but I just love the decor. There's just curtains draped everywhere. You've got this beautiful brick arch, and then all the little decorations, like he said, everything was
so cozy,
handmade, very cozy, very traditional. And this is the sort of thing that you look for when you want traditional food. You have to come to a traditional restaurant like this.
I love these, look, dangling off the lights, and like we said, all of this is handmade. All of the tables, everything, handmade. All the pillows, handmade. Can we go downstairs and eat some food now though?
Yes.
It's named Mavrut and Trubin.
Wow.
It's very typical for our region, for our country actually.
Amazing, and it's incredible.
Yeah,
Thank
you can sit right now.
Thank you.
So much.
And this is the downstairs. Again, I love the decor. On the walls, you've got all the traditional photos. You have all the traditional material. What would you say? Materials? They are traditional Bulgarian materials. The clothing, the detail, the attention to detail in here is incredible. And what better way to start than a local red wine from the region, Nastravi. I'm so excited for this. Oh, that is good. It's sweet. You're going to like that, Molly. It's really sweet. We're not the biggest wine drinkers, but we thought as we're coming somewhere like this, we need to try it. And basically with the food, we said to them here, what do you recommend? What should we try? So we've got 3 or 4 different dishes that we're going to give a go. We didn't want to do too much research. Sometimes we do too much research and have like something set in stone. We wanted to just go with the flow today.
Nastravi. The glass is as big as my head. If you've been to anywhere in the Balkans, you will 100% know that roasted peppers are an absolute staple, and we have gone for our first dish, which they recommended, which is called salad ivana, which is basically roasted peppers filled with cheese, garlic, topped with olive oil, and basically I would say the motto of restaurant Moma is that it's traditional Bulgarian food made by an incredibly talented chef, made modern. So we've got this dish which is absolutely stunning, but it is
on a tomato
traditional on a tomato bed, but it is pretty, right? I'm gonna try it first. Oh my god, it just oozes out. It looks unbelievable. Oh my god, this is the most complicated thing to cut ever. Are you meant to cut it with a spoon?
I reckon just go up to pick a bit of it up.
So this is what it looks like. You have the pepper. It kind of looks like a hummus base inside, doesn't it? Oh my god, that is amazing. It is like a cheesy hummus inside, a bit spicy, and then a beautiful fresh red pepper.
That's amazing, thank you very much. The starter of the peppers was so good. Like Molly said, it tasted like a hummus stroke tzatziki, I would say, almost inside stuff of them. But now the main...
It's my favourite thing, I think, so far.
That's all we've had.
Yeah.
And the wine, of course, the wine is just going down so well. But we've got 3 main dishes. We have got a peppers burek. Never heard of that, but it basically looks like stuffed peppers, but they've made it like a pie, like a burek, right? We've also got sarmi, which the best way to describe it would be they're basically like spring rolls, cabbage wrapped around vegetables, or it can be mincemeat. But we've actually got vegetables today, which is really interesting. It's quite similar to sarma.
And I think
we've actually tried.
They're actually like grapevine leaves as well. There's different ones.
Yeah, you can either get cabbage leaves or grapevine leaves, which is really cool out here, being that grapes is such a big distributor in this country. And finally, we have, look at this. It is basically what it is. It is a veal sausage with your Bulgarian cheese and also like potato chips underneath. That looks unreal. I'm just going to call it a Bulgarian sausage, right? But look at it. First bit of meat to try in Bulgaria. I'm so excited. I don't know what to start. I've got to start with the peppers burek. Just because of the name, like it intrigued me. What is a cutting this open, it looks good. A peppers burek basically is peppers that have been roasted,
like breaded
and then
as
deep
well.
fried with cheese. It looks...
What does it look? You didn't finish the sentence.
Oh wow. The sauce with it is incredible. It is actually lutenitsa, which is like a tomato peppers type sauce. That is, you're going to love that. Honestly, I'm going back in for more.
I just love the idea of a peppers burek. Like, again, it's a traditional thing made modern, right? Because that is like a very modern take on a pepper. You've got the layers. It looks unreal.
The sauce. It makes it, the sauce, honestly.
It's my turn, and I'm going to have sarmi this.
Nobody laughed. No one laughed.
The crowd went silent. So, oh wow, okay. So yes, we've got the vine leaves. It's topped with like a sort of like a yogurt sauce with dill, and it's stuffed with rice and veg. It's basically a Bulgarian
spring roll.
Yeah, Bulgarian spring roll. Really interesting. I don't think I've ever tried a grapevine leaf before. Wow. Okay. Feels really like soft. The vine leaves are a bit salty, a little bit sour, but the inside is like warm rice with vegetables coated in yogurt. I mean, there's not really much to dislike about that. Very, very simple, but done well.
It is palate cleanser time, and we have stepped away from the wine for the minute. Being in the Balkans, my old favourite is back. I just love the glass that this one comes in. Being that Bulgaria is so rich with grapes, I believe most rakias that you get out here will have a grape base, but this also has plums in as well. It looks, oh, it smells so good. I'm acting like I've missed the taste. We've been in the Balkans for the last however many months, but
it smells very different, very fruity.
My first Bulgarian rakia, Nastravi.
This is big moment.
Oh, that's great. Cold as well.
Yeah, really
so
cold.
Much better. I don't know if that's a thing, let us know below. In Bulgaria, is it always served cold? But for me, when it's served warm, it's just not as good, especially if it's a bad rakia. A warm, bad rakia is terrible. Rakia is not meant to burn the throat, it burns the stomach, and that is definitely what that is doing, and it's making room for the rest of this incredible food.
This was left far too long.
It looks so good. It is long as well, right? It is very, very long. We have got the veal sausage. I'm getting some of that Bulgarian cheese.
Nearly all the cheese.
You need a bit of that cheese to go with it. It looks so good. It's really tender.
One thing is we've seen a lot of like sausages here in Sofia, so it kind of makes sense.
They seem to love a hot dog. There's loads of hot dog stalls and stands.
This kind of reminds me of it.
I can't get the cheese to stay on, which is never a good thing. There we go.
That looks really, really nice.
It looks great. It's massive.
Is it spicy, the cheese, or is it like...
No, it cools it down. That is, it's really rich. Skin is like a little bit tough, but it's perfect because the inside, it's just perfect. It almost melts in your mouth, and then with that cheese, mind blown, and it doesn't taste like veal.
Have you tried a potato though?
I haven't yet. Potato's potato, right? It tastes almost like pork. Honestly, it tastes like a pork sausage, and it's char grilled on the outside, so you get that char grilled flavour. I'm thinking mix a bit of that with some of the tomato sauce and the inside of the peppers barrette. So I'm going to get a little bit of this, chop it off like that.
Let's see.
Chuck it on there. Look at that. It's almost like a sandwich. I don't know where I come up with these combinations.
It's my turn to try. I knew Matt was waiting for that, so I made him long it out for as long as possible. It really does remind me of like a, I don't know how to describe it.
It's like a German sausage,
It's almost like a German sausage, yeah, but it's like a, yeah, that is what I was thinking, like a bratwurst. I'm going to go with Matt's combination
Or you need a bit of the cheese as well.
I'm going to try it on its own first, like a little bit of the sausage with the tomato, because I have to say, the tomatoes and the peppers here have been undisputed. Like, unbelievable. I think you mentioned how rich the land was, right? The
climate's perfect.
The climate's perfect, so for the vegetables to grow, and that is why it is so fresh. But, oh god. Oh yeah, the tomato adds such a sweet texture. He's right, the outside's char grilled. Slightly tough on the outside, but as soon as you bite in, it is so soft. It's almost like a marshmallow. It's like a meaty marshmallow. Food so far, from what I have tried, I know we've only been to one place in Bulgaria, but so far I feel like what they've done is they've completely changed the game with certain flavours. Like, a lot of Balkan food is very similar, and I think everybody will agree with that. However, here they seem to have...
It's the biggest mix-up so far.
It's the biggest mix-up in terms of flavours, in what they put together. It tastes so good. It kind of has a very, like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel as heavy.
Has a Mediterranean feel.
Yes, has a Mediterranean feel. It's not as heavy on you. With the BANITSA that we had this morning, again, we mentioned to each other, I think, that we said it's not as heavy as other pastries, and I think that's a really nice thing to have. It means that what you can do is order loads of dishes, not feel ill after, but still have time for your red wine and your rakia.
I'm stuffed. You stuffed?
I'm stuffed, but it's cold and it's raining.
It is
what a
raining.
We
what is
stayed
this?
In there.
We should have stayed in for longer.
But we have been gifted these beautiful little bottles of red wine. I've got two. One's hiding.
That is for later.
They are so kind in restaurant Moma. I actually thoroughly enjoyed that. I am so stuffed.
I'm really full. The food was great. The veal sausage was like out of this world. The peppers barrette, so unique, as well as the sarmi.
Unique.
It was basically, like I said, like a Bulgarian spring roll.
Yeah.
It was yeah, very unique. So unique and so much food that we were chatting, we had a little change of heart. We were going to go to one more place to do a dessert, but you know us, like it's a dessert. Well, if you don't know us, you'll know that dessert means beer. So we're now going to try and find somewhere for a beer to wash down all of this great Bulgarian food. The perfect dessert. I mean, what's better than a beer for dessert? I'm not the biggest fan of sugary foods anyway.
No, we aren't. Nastravi. This is the Kamanitsa, which is one of the 2 beers here in Bulgaria.
What was the other one that we had?
I'm not going to remember.
They both begin with K, right?
No.
No?
Oh, Zagorka.
Zagorka and
Kamanitsa.
Kamanitsa. I think I like.
We tried
I like them, but this is my first time. Have we tried this before?
Yeah, yesterday.
They are great beers, and you'll find on Vitosha Street for the beer, for a pint, you're going to pay around $3.90, so about €2, maybe £1.75 English. Even if you find a local place like this, we like this place because it's like not upmarket. Most of the Vitosha places are really upmarket.
Really fancy.
This is local. They've got deals on. You get 5 beers, you get 5 shots for 3.
This is called Beer Stop Bar as well.
So 3 more of these and you get 5 free shots. I don't think we can do that, but they also do craft beer, everything like that. There's loads. They've got like 10 or 11 different beers on tap.
And you're on the main street, people watching for our dessert.
Drinking beer. Best way to end a food video. We've had An amazing day actually. Started off with an incredible breakfast.
Yep, the BANITSA, almost forgot it there.
Almost, my names have been terrible today. And then we went to restaurant Moma and the food there was incredible,
Would
right?
highly recommend it actually. I'm still stuffed now and actually this isn't going down as easy as I thought it would be after so much good food.
It is for me. So after a few wines, a few rakias and a few beers, who knows when we'll see you next, but we'll see you in the next one somewhere in Bulgaria. Zdravi.